Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to BattleTech, where we are going to get vengeance upon this Flashpoint. I assume it's going to start over at the beginning, as though we had never started it in the first place, which is going to be a little bit strange. But it says it's short, and we might have been on the last mission of it when we did it before, right? Let's hope so. So I'd love to get this done, get off of this planet, and get back to doing things that are a little bit more appropriate in difficulty for us. Yeah, it's just going to start the plot all over again, as though the first part had never happened. Alright. We escorted a convoy to the mech bay, and then we defended the mech bay, or at least tried to. Yeah, alright. Well, we know this stuff, we don't have to talk about this. The game remembers that we chose this dialogue option before. Yeah, nothing bad will happen here, not with us around. Okay, so that's right. We got to choose whether we wanted to go up against their hunter-killer lance, or whether we wanted to drop after that lance left the field and deal with whoever picked up the patrol afterward. You know, since we saw this option already, why don't we try this? Very good, Commander. I'll see to it the convoy leader is informed of your decision. Best of luck on the planet's surface. Yeah. Could have used better luck last time. Alright, let's get through this. What do we think here? How likely am I to see mech parts that I care about? Probably not very, right? Hard to know, though, since nobody in the mission seems to have any idea what we're going to go up against. It's like a million C-bills on the line here. Yeah, let's just do it like this. If we see something interesting, we can grab it, but mostly I want the money. But SB, don't you have enough money already? Listen, we got a lot of cash worth of repairs coming up. I wonder if we should take on some new pilots. We have the second barracks upgrade, so we could certainly, or the first barracks upgrade. We have the second barracks, so we could certainly bring some new people on and have them just like get XP out of the training simulators at least. That's probably a good idea. For right now, though, we definitely want to run the Cyclops. I'm gonna cut. Yeah, let's cut the PPC Thunderbolt. Bring in the Cyclops. And we'll keep using our lower-leveled pilots. I actually wonder, should we bring Reckless in here? No, Reckless is still less developed than any of these guys, or still more developed than any of these guys are. Okay, yeah, I think I like this. Man, this Thunderbolt and this Jaeger-mech moving on 4 Cyclops is ridiculous. We could get that Grasshopper moving on 4 if we put a pilot with improved initiative in it. Like when Saber is driving it, I believe he has that, right? I can't keep my pilots straight. I know what Saber's face looks like, I just don't know what skills he has. You have little to no intel on what you're going to find out there, Commander. Keep your eyes open. It's absolutely vital that this convoy reach its destination. Something tells me that we're going to be able to handle this. We're going to get a bunch of House Steiner rep. And I think we're slightly positive with them from having attempted this last time, because our failure was still categorized as a good faith failure. So who knows, maybe they could be a good friend to us. Alright. All packed up and ready to roll. We're under orders to beeline it to the mech bay as soon as you reach the rendezvous point, so try to keep up. Understood. I've been picking up a lot of weird activity on my sensors recently. Could be nothing, but I wouldn't bet on it. Oh, what if it's giant bats? What if the convoy gets attacked by a bunch of giant bats, and we have to fight them off with our lasers and our cool giant mech punches? That would be extremely good. I'm down with that. Let's fight giant bats. So we expect that there will be resistance here. Alright, I mean, I guess the only thing for it really is to just run along the road, right?
Location confirmed.
You know, I think I was saying Razor earlier when I meant Saber. I swear to you, I can remember some of the details about which pilot is which. Sometimes.
On my way.
Saber is the one I was thinking of, who I couldn't remember if he has an enhanced initiative.
Coordinates received. Acknowledged.
Alright, so we got a 50-ton something. I think it's going to find itself slightly outclassed.
Waiting for orders. I'm here.
Well, I mean, we can get sensor lock on it at least. Yeah, let's move this way. I'm thinking like we'll move a lot faster on the road, but we could probably jump into vision of that thing next turn. 45. Ooh, 80. Hold up, sensor lock that guy for me.
Sensors locked on.
And awesome. I'm not a huge fan of the awesome design. Like 3 PPCs is in my opinion, not an amazing loadout for a mech of that size. Like you really want to be able to jam more than 150 damage potential into that. I think it's a fine loadout for a smaller mech, but when you're up in 85-ton territory, you'd like to do a little bit better. I know our Cyclops is not doing a little bit better, but Cyclops has the battle computer. Battle computer goes a long way. So this thing has bulwark and guarded and cover. Oh no, it does not have bulwark. Oh yeah, the little shield's empty. Okay, so 40% damage reduction. It does have the full complement of... it does have its full armor. It's not, like, wounded or anything. Let's go for some headshots. I'm going to see if we can maybe kill the pilot. There's a lot of armor to get through. No head hit at all. That's a shame. Hunchback 4P. This is the one I got a hold of in the campaign with Elise. It's it's like a baby grasshopper. You just mount like a ton of lasers on it and then have it jump around behind people and punch them in the back. Alright, well you're not going to be able to participate in that, so come over here and let's try to get this thing down real fast. Firing full blast at its front side is certainly not totally ideal.
Got it.
Maybe we'll get lucky and get some good clustering, though? No, not really. Well, I kind of wish that I had taken a little bit more salvage here. I was not expecting to see an 80-ton mech.
What's up, boss? On my way.
Not really sure who we should shoot at. I guess we should work the Hunchback. Yeah, we're more likely to hit it, too.
Engaging.
That awesome, I think, is going to have range, or it's going to have a clean line of sight pretty soon on these two. So be a little bit careful about their positions if I don't want to get the PPC rain.
Coordinates received.
I should probably precision strike. We should try to take the right torso off of it.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
That is the wrong side. I forgot the rocket doesn't know her right from her left.
Scarred a critical hit.
Alright, 2 points of damage on that pilot.
Standing by.
We definitely want to get this thing between me and the Awesome if we can. And if we kill this guy off, it won't matter too much actually where we are, because the Awesome won't have vision of us.
Giving him everything I got.
Okay, that might have been too many missiles. I probably could have saved some of those missiles.
One less target.
What's up, Commander?
Okay, and unfortunately, we probably just reserve with him.
Commander?
Razor has sensor lock, so we could get
Coordinates
vision
received.
established of whatever this is.
I've got a sensor lock.
Okay, just a Vindicator. Well, I'm not sure... This might be okay. The Grasshopper's tough enough to take a hit. This might have been too aggressive. That's possible.
I'll make them dead.
You know what I should have done is I should have reserved until 1. Then on my action, sensor locked this guy. Then they would get a turn. The awesome would move. Then I could move the grasshopper up. I could have done the same thing with no loss of effectiveness without getting shot.
Take much more of this.
It's just a bad... This is a bad play.
Now it's showtime.
A bad version of the play. I guess there's no reason not to run up here. And actually, the awesome's in the open now. It didn't move into the trees. So maybe we ignore the Vindicator. Alright, well, I mean, Rocket, you know what I'm going to ask you to do. I believe in you.
Engaging target.
Wow, she missed him entirely. That sucks. That's really bad.
Orders?
Do I want to keep you in cover? Maybe. How much stability damage does the autocannon do? Only 5? No, we should go all out.
On my way.
Jägermech is a little bit lightly armored, but yeah, I think we should go all out here. So I'm going to save...
Let's see how you like
I'm going to
this.
save my next precision shot worth of resolve for the grasshopper, I think. Okay, we might be able to kill the pilot on this one. It might be tough enough that we get to knock it down several times.
Reporting. Minimal damage. Receiving you.
You get pretty far in there. Let's see, I want to keep my right side turned away from it as much as possible. Just jump over here,
I'm on it.
hit the coolant vent, and just let him have it with everything. And the question is, do we go for the head or do we go for the leg? We can remove one of the PPCs pretty easily. The other two are on the other side. Yeah, go for the leg.
I'll make them dead.
Okay, that's enough. That does it. Okay, so it took a point of damage there. Pilot's a tactician, so we don't know what that means health-wise, but if I had to guess, I imagine 4.
Good to go.
Let's expect 4.
Position confirmed.
Then do we want to go... Do we want to hunt for headshots here? Or do we want to start working on the other torso portion? Because we can get rid of his guns pretty easily. We can start working the leg with the intention of busting it out from under him as soon as he gets up. My biggest concern here is that if I go for the head, we're going to see a lot of it hit the center torso, and that's all going to be wasted damage, right? But he probably only has 2 health left. I'm going to go for the head.
Copy that.
If we get any connection here at all, it's going to make him really easy to finish off. We did not. It all went center. Well, I guess I'm only guaranteed to be able to pull 1 piece of salvage anyway. Maybe I just go center and finish him. He has 2 PPCs left. Oh, he does have a small laser, that's true. Caught me off guard with that one. Alright.
I'm here.
I might want to turn around and deal with this Vindicator real fast. When we can get to this side and take that PPC off of it. Yeah, PPC is on that side. There's a remarkable amount of evasion.
What's up, boss?
Why don't we start with the Jägermech? So, Yeah, I think I'm just going to core it. We need 100 damage. The vast majority of the missiles are going to hit there. At the risk of maybe making things difficult for myself here, we don't know how much more mission is left. I'm going to save the 20. This might not actually be lethal. Yeah, we didn't quite get there. I like that a lot.
I'm
That's
receiving you.
not exactly what I was expecting to hear from her, but I like that a lot. Okay, so I can't quite get a back shot. I can't get the side shot while being in cover. I could jump. No, jumping is bad. This mech does not have a lot of jump jets. See, I'll just step to this side and fire everything. It's a little bit of a bummer that he has so much evasion, but I don't think it's worth missing the shot for.
Affirmative.
Or skipping the shot. Okay, we did some good damage there. He is probably not long for this world either.
Waiting for orders.
The grasshopper probably should just finish off the awesome. Punch it from this side ought to be a good, clean kill.
Position confirmed. Whoa.
I did not need to leave the weapons on. Just a little bit of extra heat for no reason.
Target neutralized.
I guess if I had missed the punch was not
Standing
guaranteed. If I had missed the punch, I would have been pretty happy to have had those weapons on. Okay, so that was interesting. Unfortunately, only going to get the one piece of it.
Giving him everything.
But that was probably true no matter how we killed it, right? Like, the odds were. Take that. Right in your tiny jump jet.
It's go time.
Good to go.
Is your melee really bad? No, you do 60 damage. I'm going to save ammo on her. I'm just going to run over and give this thing a headbutt. There you go. That's what I want to see.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
And then he's also getting punched by Rocket.
10-4.
Hopefully, this will do enough stability damage for a knockdown, or we'll hit the leg.
Ugh.
That was pretty good. It did not quite get the knockdown I was looking for. Yeah, like 4.5 bars. That's rough. Why would you shoot at the grasshopper in this situation? What could you possibly be thinking?
Commander.
Hold on. Reserve.
Ready for orders.
Probably not going to get to punch people with the Cyclops all that much.
Heading out.
Take advantage of this opportunity.
Tango down.
Good to go.
Alright, so we are... This is the way we're going. Okay. So I don't want anybody to step in the zone until the grasshopper is on the other side of that. And actually, until this guy's on the other side as well.
Copy that. On the move. All right. Roger that. Digging in.
Okay, now we're ready.
Moving out. Move order received.
Alright, keep the hostiles off us. We can get Stiglitz Bradford's payload from point A to point B, but we aren't equipped to fight. I do wish it didn't spawn them in front of you. That is exactly why I moved the Thunderbolt up like this.
for orders. Roger.
Guys are
You
like
got
just exactly in the way. They're right at the edge of my movement range.
Roger that.
Exactly in the way. Alright, it might be the case that nothing spawns until we hit the zone. I thought I remembered there being stuff in the path, but you know what? We're not doing the same first mission this time, right? So,
Location confirmed.
Moving to position.
also, the
Location
Cyclops
confirmed.
seems really slow. Like, quite a bit less movement than the other mechs have, it seems like. I guess it's right next to the Grasshopper. There aren't really that many different move speeds in the game. Almost all mechs are either 4 or 5. A couple of the lighter ones can get up to like 8. But
Move order received.
Aye, aye.
man, I have no idea where we are going. The Jaeger mech up here, we can just put it up on one of these peaks. Sure, I'll be able to deal with whatever from there. Yeah, I don't know. The Cyclops is okay. With the 15 and the 20, when it volleys, it hits for what? That's 140 damage there, plus the PPC. It's not too bad.
Coordinates received.
I don't really know if I want to go any further than this because I have no idea what direction the enemies might come from.
Location confirmed.
You can hang out right here. Actually, that's.
Orders.
I don't want to have her in the open
Roger.
right now. She can run up to take shots, but she doesn't need to be available to any enemies who might spawn around us just yet. Alright.
Hold this position, Commander. The package will be on its way soon.
What have we? We have a striker, something else. Okay, so not too bad. 25 tons. I wonder if that's like a... Boy, what could that be that would matter? A commando? There are some commandos that have like 10 SRMs, right? Like a 6 and a 4. That could do a lot of damage to a vehicle. The funny part of this is they're not even really faster than we are. Is in fact a Commando 1B with... Okay, it's the
Yes,
Laser
Commander.
Commando. Just gonna run you into the open. Let's get full information on our foes. That is a Wolverine, and that is a Bulldog with a large laser and some SRMs. Okay. Not too terrifying. Let's see if we can kill the Wolverine right away. There's a bunch of SRM ammo in the side. We could take the light laser and one of the medium lasers off. Probably immediately. An autocannon hit would not totally pierce the center, but it would get us close. Yeah, let's just go center.
Roger.
Ah, I hit the leg.
Receiving you. Move
Alright.
order received.
So this is exactly what I was hoping would happen. This is beautiful. I do care about that Bulldog. But I think we're going to try to finish gutting this Wolverine.
Acknowledged.
On orange numbers? Ah, not quite. 36. Okay, we can work with 36. Unfortunately, it's going to have to be a focused attack. We're not going to be able to multi-target with whoever does it, because we got to make sure those shots hit center. Yeah, he just doesn't have it at all. Alright, well...
Engage a jump jet.
Jump forward and give this commando what for, I guess. Wow, not really. I guess we just fire everything. We have heat management for next turn anyway. You know what? Let's precision strike. This will keep him from getting an action.
Roger that.
So even if this didn't kill him, we will certainly get to go before him with a bunch of our guys next turn.
Scored a critical hit.
And then the Cyclops should be able to finish off the Wolverine, I would think.
On the move. Firing on target.
Oh, I thought I had a PPC angle from there.
Might be some good salvage there.
It seems unlikely. Alright, I'm definitely...
Objective secured.
Huh. Were all those guys in the... Huh, I thought the back two weren't in the zone yet. Okay, well, this is very under control then. These dudes certainly don't pose any real threat to us. Okay, who do we want to focus on here?
Yeah, Commander.
Let's have the Jaeger mech start. So this guy has 10 center torso health left. I think we can probably split fire a little bit. So we give the commando probably just the LRM-20s, right? That means I might be overkilling a little bit on the Bulldog. Yeah, whatever. I do want it to go down. And I don't think it's going to take anything more than the one missile pod to take out the commando. Well, we didn't quite get it, even with all that. Did I hit the center torso at all?
Waiting for orders.
Yeah, I hit it. Not quite what I was looking for, but I hit it. Well, we should probably finish this dude off.
Confirmed.
Just completely erased it from existence. There's nothing left.
Order. Moving out.
Alright. He has 2 health left here. We're definitely doing a multi-shot. I'm going to fire 4 lasers at this Bulldog. No, I'm going to fire the SRM. And 1 laser? The SRM really should get it, but we should give it a little bit more, just in case. Maybe like that. That's 5 chances. There are only 4 parts of his body in the hit zone. I think this should get it.
I'm gonna make some tracks.
Okay. And then hopefully this will be enough to get the striker down too. Not quite. That's alright. The Cyclops will clean up your mess. Yeah, it's possible we're a little bit overbuilt for this.
Moving out.
Again with that, we aimed right, and we did enough damage to the right zone to finish it off. Did you see how the vast majority of the missiles hit the front? Something weird is going on with the aiming at vehicles. Alright, long-range sensors are picking up inbound dropships, 45 minutes. Ah, yes, and then they're like, oh, but we have this extremely impressive hatchet man. We just built it. You've definitely never heard of it before. Yeah, I don't feel too bad about a $1 million C-bill payout. Ooh, that's a really good large laser. I should not take that over the awesome, but I definitely considered it. Oh good, more commando parts. Never have enough commando parts. Alright, so they're going to... It looks like the second mission is probably going to be the exact same. Regardless of that early Flashpoint choice. If you were Canny, though, get yourself an awesome quite early. And as much as I don't think 3 PPCs is a great late-game mech design, it's a pretty good early-game mech design. Alright, so they are taking out our Grasshopper, they think. Is that the one that I want to go missing? Probably not, right? I wonder if we should pull the Cyclops? Also, Hellebore is definitely the pilot who most needs to stay in. Let's put the Grasshopper back in over the Thunderbolt. As much as I love that AC-20. Now, you know what I think it is over the Cyclops? That probably sounds pretty weird, given how extremely powerful the Cyclops is, but I think this is right. The problem that we're going to have here is definitely not one of initiative. The biggest issue here is making sure that they don't destroy the base by remembering to shoot each of them individually. I still think this is a really dumb gaming mechanic, where like they completely ignore your presence unless you do a single point of damage to them, and then they completely ignore everything except your presence. They should want to fight me because they want to survive. Destroying the fortified mech bay doesn't actually get them paid if they're not alive to pick up their payment. You know? The very rare and precious Hatchet Man. How many of these had we seen? Like, not only did we have a Hatchet Man by this point, but we had seen, like, probably half a dozen of them at least, right? Because I was able to put one together without doing any special head targeting or anything.
Coordinates received.
Okay, you stay up here.
On the move.
Move order received.
That's right, it's like we get a bunch of enemies from over here, and then a bunch more spawn over here. There must be more spawns elsewhere too, because that wouldn't have been enough to overwhelm us. Now whatever, we'll figure it out. Oh no, a locust! Whatever shall we do? Unfortunately, nobody's close enough to just run over and punch it.
Commander?
Alright, so I definitely want to just sensor lock it with somebody. Maybe you run up and do the sensor lock. We don't need to waste an autocannon shot on this thing. 55 and 55? Alright. Strip some of that evasion. Oh, it's providing long-range vision to them. That's annoying.
Bye.
Alright, who's going to be able to kill this stupid thing?
On my way.
Eh, you might be able to now. No, definitely not. But you can get started on it at least.
Roger that.
Alright, that was okay.
Target
Would have been better if that initial shot had gone to the torso instead of the arm, but not bad overall. And whatever that is, I assume it also has long-range weapons? Yep. Okay. So we'll deal with the locust. Although honestly we don't need to, probably. Now that they've both been able to commit already, we can probably just ignore the locust. It doesn't really matter. And it's going to be focused on us now, since we've done any damage at all to it.
Position confirmed.
I hate that this guy turned enough to leave me in his front arc instead of his side arc. Although I guess his left side's pretty weak anyway.
Locking on.
Okay, a fair amount of that went center, actually. It's not too bad.
Location confirmed.
It's probably overkill.
I hope we can salvage that. Oh, it's on now.
I don't know if him backing out is really helpful to them.
Acknowledged.
So I think I'm going to not attack the Shadowhawk here. I don't want to pull its attention just yet because it doesn't have a shot on the buildings from here. Although if it moves up, it could get one. Maybe I do just want to... Well, that's a lot of health for a hatchet man to get through. We are not going to be able to take out the left torso. As we can get lucky, get an ammo explosion. Or we just keep focusing on this guy.
Aye, aye.
Let the Shadowhawk run forward, see if it can actually get... Oh, it can.
Friendly structure down, Commander.
Alright, yeah, that defend all target buildings from destruction goal is... It may as well be
I'm
impossible.
receiving you.
Not a big deal. Really, that was enough movement to get 2 points of evasion, huh? Can't quite get into his rear arc. That's a shame. Alright, I think we just go front and center here and try to core him real fast. Because I know there are more enemies coming. I would love to get through this.
Aye.
Okay, good start. Oh, we hit his ammo bin. Okay.
Enemy eliminated. What's up, boss?
Yeah? What can I do you for?
I'm gonna back the grasshopper off.
Confirmed.
He's certainly not gonna be needed over here. And I'm pretty sure I remember stuff spawning on this side of the mountain.
Heads up, Commander. You've got hostile contacts inbound.
Okay, nothing that we can see yet, though.
Commander?
Can't quite get close enough to get the axe on him.
Position confirmed.
Oh, it's so close. Alright, well, we'll get him.
Hey, reporting enemy contact.
If he's not in cover or anything, a single LRM shot will do it. I'm gonna disengage the Thunderbolt. We're gonna try to just give him a little, just one LRM bay. And the odds of us getting the shot with the 20 are super good. And if we don't, then the Hatchet Man can deal with him next
Yeah,
turn.
Commander.
Here, hold on. Let's wait until we have actual vision on these other guys. I would love to see if we can't get the Jägermech firing on both sides. Okay, that's another Shadowhawk with Bulwark and a million evasion, so maybe it doesn't matter.
Commander?
Possible that Sand Cricket's shots would not be useful here anyway. Alright, let's just give the guy the one missile bay. This will give us time to recover a little bit of heat as well. Something told me that was going to happen, but it did. It extremely doesn't matter because the Hatchet Man can't contribute to battle over here anyway. We just let these guys keep creeping forward.
How's it going?
And we'll let the hatchet man deal with this. As much as I want to hit him with the hatchet, it makes way more sense to do this, because we just need any one of these weapons to hit center.
Confirmed. Got it.
So they will literally completely ignore me if I don't deal damage to them, huh? What a weird design decision. Like, it'd be one thing if they would, like, if they can't shoot the buildings, they would at least shoot at us. But they are acting like I'm not even here. It's really strange. Alright, that Hunchback is a high priority. I think it's way more dangerous than Shadowhawk is. But, like, I'm not super incentivized to fight them, right? Like, do I want to just wait until next turn? Just position everybody? No, I guess a precision shot on the Hunchback will give us time to go after it with the Thunderbolt. Yeah, that's probably worth doing now. So, we only have one part of one of these things. It would be kind of cool if we could bring this home. But he's a defender. He probably has a ton of health. This thing's not going to destroy his head anyway.
Engaging.
Okay, pretty good start.
Critical hit, Commander.
He lost almost all of his weapons there.
Yes, Commander.
Which maybe means that we should not worry about him anymore? Go after this guy instead. He's also a defender. So we're talking about potentially a lot of health again. If I precision strike him right now, though, it'll mean that the Thunderbolt could just attack him instead. We could probably prevent him from taking a turn. His autocannon's on this side? No, it's on the other side. He's the only mech in existence where it's the big weapon's not on the right arm.
I'm gonna give him the big bubble.
Okay, Hellbore. Wow, that was a lot of damage.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
I kind of forgot. Hellbore just does a lot of damage. We've been talking about, like, using this mech to hit the head because it has a lot of weapons. He had a lot of chances to hit the head and stuff. But also, he just carved through the entire side of that mech. Pretty painlessly. That is an SRM carrier. We have to take that very seriously.
Give him everything you got.
Alright, we believe in you, but, you know, you're pretty far away here.
Commander.
So, what do I want to do with this guy? Who do I want to finish off more? I suspect the vehicles are going to completely ignore us till we shoot them, so let's continue to ignore, or continue to not shoot them. Shadowhawk is definitely more dangerous than the Hunchback. No two ways about that.
Target locked. That's a kill. Receiving you.
Alright, do I want to real quickly try to burn out this SRM carrier? They're not super healthy. Yeah, let's just do this.
Here it comes.
They're pretty light for vehicles. You gotta devote all of the weight to the SRMs. I wonder how many ammo pods that thing has.
Reporting one less vehicle.
Oh no, not a single medium laser.
Damage is light. Ready for orders.
I'm gonna have him run down here, and I think I'm actually going to ignore the Hunchback. Let's just drop this thing. You know, maybe I don't want a precision strike, though, because it's definitely having some weird effects on
Giving them
vehicles.
everything I've got. Reporting heavy damage. Waiting for orders.
Alright, Thunderbolt. See if we can take this Hunchback's head off.
Move order received.
We're going to keep going for the head on it, because there's no reason not to, really. But probably it's going to end... that thing's life is going to end with a core.
Hauling ass.
Poor Siegfried is just going to miss the entire battle.
Ready for orders.
Alright, so how much do we actually want to fire here? I don't want to go in with everything. Probably want to go autocannon. Man, maybe even just autocannon. We're going to destroy the center torso for sure if I go any harder than that.
Engaging.
Okay. Well,
Good to go.
that's about the end of that. Let's see, what side he's showing me? His left, which is weak. I'm going to do this.
Moving to
We are
position.
going to multi-shot and probably kill both of them. Alright, so this guy has 14 center health. I'm going to give him, like, 4 medium lasers. This is probably overkill.
I'm gonna make some trash.
I mean, it's overkill for both of them, though. Well, I managed to get his leg. And his arm twice.
Reporting critical hit.
Okay, well, if you get punched in the face right now, it's nobody's fault but your own. I mean, I assume he goes for the melee attack, right? He must. He has nothing else. No, he walks right past the grasshopper and shoots a rock. It's a big rock that's been looking at him funny the entire mission. I mean, the dude definitely has had trauma. You can understand where this comes from.
Standing by.
Thing is, at this point, if I hit his head with the autocannon, it kills the center torso as well. We don't have any weapons that could take off the head without destroying the... whatever. Yeah, just kill him.
Engaging target.
Wow, I missed with the autocannon entirely.
Mech destroyed.
Is that really all that it was? Huh. Moving forward, let's keep our eyes open for another Hatchet Mammoth 3. I can think of so many things I could do with a chassis like that. Yang, do them to the chassis that we have sitting in storage. Yeah. That's... Huh. Did we really get overwhelmed by just that? I guess it was a long time ago. The company was in a much worse position than it is now. Weird, though. Alright, let's see what we got loot-wise. So, we can take the Hunchback piece. I think we probably ought to do that. Do we have... See, I have no idea whether we have a completed version of... We definitely have at least one Shadowhawk. But I don't know which one. I think it's a 2D. Okay, no other meaningful loot there. But we already made 1 million C-bills off of that first job, and we're about to get paid again. So I feel pretty good about the trip. It's worth our time, for sure. In battle, speed is life. You go slow, you die. I don't know. If you go slow but with enough missiles, I think you might be able to live. Well done, Commander Ballard. Very well done indeed. And the Hatchet Man proved its worth admirably as well. I'm looking at telemetry from its combat computers now. The luminaries at the New Avalon Institute of Science will be pleased. It's a hell of a machine. Wouldn't mind getting my hands on one of our own. Yang, did you sustain a head wound? Do we need to take you to the medbay? In due time, perhaps you may. I can make you no promises, of course, but I would very much enjoy it if such a mech were to find its way onto the Argo. Stranger things have happened. Yeah, we'll all be looking forward to the day that happens. Is there a gas leak? How do none of us remember that we have a Hatchet Man? Aye, Commander, that we will. Until then, I bid you good hunting and a very fond farewell. Your job here is done. Okay, give me money. Bet you 100 C-bills that Stiglitz Bradford wanted House Liao's troops to attack us at that base. Give him a ready-made excuse to test his Hatchet Man against a bunch of live targets. Sounds like the kind of thing he'd do. But you know what? I don't care. At the end of the day, we got paid for our efforts and our client walked away happy. That's about the best resolution a company like ours could ask for, regardless of the Graf's underlying motives. Damn right, Meyer. We did good on this one, so let's try not to overthink it. Back to your stations, everyone. Let's find some more troubles to get ourselves into. Darius knows what's up. That's a lot of Lyran Commonwealth rep. We got a piece of a grasshopper. We're real close to another grasshopper here. 20 stability damage, AC 10. An arm mod that increases melee damage by 40 is pretty cool. Ooh, injury resist cockpit. That's very nice. That's a nice thing to have. Okay, there's some cool stuff there. And another million C-bills.
That mech you wanted is back online.
Oh, no, sorry. We had two pieces of a grasshopper before that one. Now we have another grasshopper. Well, I don't... Do we need a second grasshopper alongside a Black Knight? I mean, I guess we have a lot of B team here. Yeah, we'll probably kit it out pretty much the same way we kitted out the first one, right? It's really good. It's just a very, very good mech. Okay, let's not worry about that now, though. We can certainly just start doing some jobs. Not a lot of stuff on this system, so we just burn through it real quick. Let's start with raiding party. We've detected an inbound dropship belonging to the Magistracy of Canopus. Our local defense forces in the expected drop area are ill-equipped to handle a lance of mechs. But with your aid, we can ensure that the raid does minimal damage. Yeah, okay. I'll fight some Canopians. I don't think they like us very much, so negative rep with them is worth points. I expect not to see a lot of valuable stuff here. This is probably fine. I don't want to overthink this. We can probably get through these real fast. So let's grab... Who is the least... Yep, it's Razor. Hold on, let's swap these guys into the order I would actually like them to move in. There we go. You know, I'm a little worried about the power curve here. We have well over 800 days left in the campaign, and we're already... I'm already getting a finished grasshopper and going, I don't even know what the hell I'm going to do with this thing. It's possible that we're going to top out pretty soon, and then have like 600 days of just wandering around not being able to get any more upgrades. I mean, it's a good problem to have. It's not like I'm not complaining, but it's definitely weird. Alright, the Magistracy wouldn't send a dropship if they didn't mean business, Darius tells us. Yeah, okay. Something tells me that their definition of business and my definition of business are going to be slightly different, though. Fire location and engage.
Yeah? What can I do you for? Move on out.
Alright.
He is so much talkier than everyone else on the team. Sand Cricket can occasionally get a word in edgewise, or a terrifying laugh.
Piece of cake.
I'm wondering about this job against the pirates that we have here. Like, is it worth doing? Do I actually want to do that?
On my way. On my way.
It really doesn't make sense to leave a planet without doing all the jobs, but I am trying not to tank out our pirate rep.
Yes, Commander.
I don't know. We'll have a look in a second here.
Acknowledged. I got a center trace.
Alright, we have a 55 and a 45. Well, this Griffin is just standing out here in the open right now. It does have Bulwark on, but Bulwark will not save its head from this AC-20 shot. I'm gonna keep going for it. Well, we caught it with a missile, at least.
Orders?
Let's just knock the thing over, and then we'll fight it while it's downed. I believe you cannot have guarded while knocked down. Now, unfortunately, it was not unsteady at the beginning of that attack, so we couldn't knock it down no matter what we did. Interesting. These two are the same mech, just a PPC and an LRM-10.
Commander?
Hey, jumping is probably not actually going to get me much... Yeah, not going to get me a better shot. I may as well save the heat. Actually, I should have moved him last, huh? Well, whatever. Because he's not going to be able to knock this thing down.
Engaging with tag.
But if I had reserved him, it would have gotten to move before our turn anyway, so it's not going to have all the stability damage on it. Or actually, that's not true, is it? Because they're going to move more on 3, so then the Cyclops and that Griffin are both on 2. Cyclops will get to go first and knock it down with the PPC. Ah well. Awful lot of particle cannons out here on this field.
My internals are taking a beating.
That's annoying. Not dangerous, just annoying.
On it.
Alright, well, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to take advantage of that pilot damage, probably. Seems like everything we fight is a defender. Alright, so the Jaeger mech needs to get back behind cover. I could set it in this mineral field back here. I don't know if it's actually beneficial, though.
Waiting for orders.
The mineral field does more damage to your ability to aim than it does to people's ability to aim at you, I believe. And nobody's going to be able to aim at her anyway, because she's not going to be visible to them. Huh. Why are these... Oh, I guess that's a lot of points of evasion. Ugh, what an annoying bunch of guys. Alright, let's, How do I want to counter that? Do a little bit of sensor locking here.
Orders?
Do we want to reserve? No, I should probably just have Sand Cricket sensor lock somebody. I will move into the mineral field because there's no penalty for doing it because I'm just using sensor lock. We'll sensor lock this guy and then try to drop him. He does have Bulwark up as well, though. I'm going to sensor lock that one.
Sensors locked on.
Not super tough. Then the question is, do we even aim? Or do I just Bulwark?
Affirmative.
I think I'm going to Bulwark. Or, Vigilance, rather.
Affirmative. Critical hit, Commander.
And I think we're just going to reserve here. I'm going to let them all
got
move around with
Damn
this guy
football.
being the only target that most of them can see. Gonna get our money's worth out of that vigilance. Alright, I don't think that's actually gonna help them that much. That guy doesn't have a PPC, but he does have an AC5.
Orders.
Alright, let's try to finish some people off. Well, apparently I'm just going to be doing a frontal arc shot here. That's a little bit of a bummer.
Target confirmed. Target's taking a critical hit.
Orders.
I don't think there's a ton of technique to apply here. I think we're pretty much just hammering these
I
dudes.
copy.
I'm not generating enough resolve quickly enough by killing people to do anything other than just kind of fire. Come on, center hits.
Take that.
Alright, well at least he's going nice and late next turn.
It's go time.
Commander?
Do I want to maybe wait a little bit just to try and take advantage of the bulwark a little bit more? And people are just going to shoot at the grasshopper anyway, I guess. Could finish off the downed Vindicator. This Griffin's pretty torn up on this side. Maybe the right play is
Coordinates
run in like this and hit that Vindicator, or hit the Griffin as hard as we can. Shoot for right here. An autocannon hit to here will push 60 damage straight through the torso. Oh, I didn't... Sorry, I wasn't doing the math with the bulwark.
That's
Still, pretty
fucking
good.
Yeah, Commander.
And the Jaeger mech gets to... Well, we all know that if I don't focus solely on this guy, the missiles will go around the center and never touch it. But we could let the Grasshopper handle that, because he's pushed down to 2. Yeah, maybe I do exactly that. Maybe we just step out of the mineral field here. And far enough back, nobody should be able to shoot at me.
Coordinates received.
And we just hit this guy with everything, right?
Acknowledged.
Yeah, that's a kill. That's gotta be.
Target neutralized.
Okay, their situation has turned around pretty thoroughly, very quickly. It's a weird thing to do.
What's up, Commander?
Run up that close just to shoot a single PPC on somebody. Well, I mean, he's definitely done an interesting thing here, right? I think his goal is to prevent me from killing the Vindicator,
Going airborne.
and then it may have worked. I might let him prevent me from killing this Vindicator. So, medium lasers. We definitely want to put some medium lasers on this dude. Now, let's figure this out. First of all, got to turn off some of these lasers. Maybe almost all of them? Jeez. Alright, I want to put like... He has 12 center... Actually, so the small lasers will do the job just as well. The SRMs and the machine guns go the other way. How many of these do I actually want to put into them? Let's go... 4 should be overkill. But I think we all know from experience at this point that it usually isn't.
Multiple targets confirmed.
Okay, I think we got him. Saw enough orange numbers there.
One less target.
I did a single point of structure damage and managed to kill the jump jet with it. Those machine guns are critical hit machines, man. They're critical hit machine guns. Not many people know that's what machine gun stands for.
Reporting serious armor loss. Waiting for orders.
Alright, so I kind of don't want to bother with this guy anymore. We're not going to need to shoot him in the front very much, I suspect.
Moving to position.
Who needs good heat management when you could just use coolant vent all the time? Wow, that was a full stability bar.
Oh yeah.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, this guy does move on 3. He will get to go before the grasshopper probably. But we could just step over here and shoot him in the back with all of the guns. Well, maybe not all of the guns.
Roger that. Target confirmed.
Yeah, I didn't hit his center almost at all. That's a shame.
Commander?
The autocannon hit the arm, which is really rough. And what I really want to do is fire a lot of missiles at this guy and the gun, the autocannon at that guy. But it looks like we're going to have to do this the other way around. So this is not about damage, I'm just knocking them both over. So I'm going to give this guy almost everything. And you get the 10.
Affirmative.
Okay, let's shoot this guy in the front a little bit more than I was hoping. Really thought that autocannon was going to get something done.
Ready for orders.
Probably we just stomp, right? I need to let some heat expire.
Tango down.
Alright, I think we got it probably pretty cleanly from here. He's going to get back up for his final hurrah. He does still have all his weapon systems intact. I don't know who he would shoot that would make a difference, though. Oh, I guess he got through the arm. Autocannons are pretty good weapons.
What's up, boss? Heading out.
For a mech that's entirely loaded down with weapons that don't work at close range, we've gotten to throw a surprising number of punches with this
Solid
Cyclops.
connection on that one.
You get back down there. We didn't say you could get up.
I'm here. Coordinates received. Roger that. Target confirmed.
Alright, well that ought to make it pretty easy for everybody
Ready
else to
for
finish
orders.
this off.
On my way. On it.
No kill like overkill. It's a shame that the damage doesn't keep spreading out to whatever parts are remaining, because I think she might have been able to destroy all of that mech's pieces. Alright, well, I'm a little annoyed that we took some structure damage on that, because we shouldn't have. Like, if I had done that a little bit better, there's no reason. That mission was not difficult enough to warrant me taking damage. It's very, very little, though. I don't think we're going to stop for repairs. We're just going to roll into the next one. May as well finish off this Griffin, I suppose. Plus 10 damage PPC is pretty good. Also, I think I might already have one of these. Yeah, give me that. We'll have plenty of time to finish it, even if we don't already have one of those. Alright, let's do the last job. I know we're already past the hour here. Let's do the last job on this really quickly. This system really quickly, and then we'll move on. Provided that I am going to do it, I guess. Because we could finish this system up, fly over to that other Flashpoint, and then just start the next episode with another Flashpoint, which I think would be a good way to go about things here. So, what is my current pirate reputation level, actually? Negative 13. So we have to drop quite a bit to go out the next, to drop into the next bar. Yeah, alright, let's do it. We'll repair our standing with them at some point. Something tells me it's not going to be a big problem. We might want to dredge some of those mechs that we put in storage back up into our expanded mech bay. I think that's the thing that takes like a day or two per mech. Then again, when would I use them? Even if we had to run 2 lances at the same time now, we have enough, like, I think we have enough 65-ton and up mechs to do that. So, probably, yeah, probably anything I put in storage can just remain in storage for the rest of the campaign.
Command interface initiated.
Alright, we're facing professionals, so we should expect well-armed, disciplined opposition. Makes me a little nervous that you felt the need to say that.
Well, ain't this place seen it?
Yeah, it kind of is, Hellebore. I'm choosing to interpret him as just being 100% earnest all the time. His tone always sounds sarcastic, but I don't think that's who he really is. Alright, 265s and a 40. And another 60. Okay.
Yes, Commander.
Probably not a big deal. So, we probably, obviously, we want to head this way.
There.
Let's sensor lock one of these guys and see what we are working with.
Got a lock.
Oh, he's a sentinel, not a defender.
Orders?
Which that doesn't mean he doesn't have bulwark. They all always have bulwark. That said, Jaeger mechs are not super tough. Alright, so it doesn't really matter which side we go to. They're identical. My feeling is that we should keep our Jaeger mech well out of sight
Position confirmed.
and just start raining it on this guy's right side. I don't know how much other people are going to be able to participate. I guess the Cyclops goes before him if we use our initiative reduction on him. We'll be able to get some clean LRM fire on him from that as well. Oof. Awful lot of damage wasted on the arm there. Yeah, wow, we didn't get through it all. That sucks. Okay, so that's a cicada.
Damage is minor, Commander.
I have been more concerned.
What can I do you for?
I'm actually going to reserve.
Waiting for the shot.
It's entirely possible that is also a Jaeger mech.
It's got a lock on me.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, I can just barely get real vision of it. Do I want to? Oh, I guess I'm firing into its front arc no matter what.
Location confirmed.
The question there really was, do I want to fire at the front arc, or do I want to fire at the right arc? But unfortunately, it's not actually a question.
Taking the shot.
Did that fill up all the way?
Did some heavy damage.
Yes. Okay, cool. Unfortunately, again, a lot of damage wasted on the arm, and also the PPC just flat missed, so that sucks. I don't think the Grasshopper is going to be able to get in position to do any damage to it.
Waiting for orders.
And also, the Grasshopper definitely can't just hit the Cicada. I guess I can do this. I can run out into the open and hit it with the small weapons, because they aren't affected by evasion. Yeah. Alright, this thing's tough enough that it can stand out here for a second.
Move order received.
It's going to get attacked by that Jägermech, but yeah, I'll survive. So, how much of the stuff that's not likely to hit do we actually want to fire? I'm just going to go everything, I guess.
Here you go, moron. Critical
Not a bad start. It's still in cover there. It looks like it might have walked out of the trees.
I'm receiving you.
No, I don't think so. I think it's still in.
10-4.
Well, now that this side of it is all torn up, even with it having bulwark, I have to imagine this is going to do a lot of damage. Let's go ahead and focus in. I want to soften this thing up.
Reporting critical hit. Standing by.
And he's already unstable again.
Confirmed. That's a kill.
Alright, so now if they want to keep working on the Jägermech, they're going to have to expend sensor locks. Whoa. Okay. Second there, I thought the camera bugged out, but nope, it was just showing me where the Cicada is fleeing to. Well, he really doesn't want to fight anymore.
Something I can do.
Well, I mean, I'm okay with that. Yeah, that's fine. I think I might also... I just barely can't make it into cover. That's actually kind of crappy. Yeah, I think I'm just going to run up here. We'll just fire full blast at the quick draw. This will show us what we're working with upstairs. Okay, it's another Jägermech with a slightly different outfit. The real cool infant, obviously, is the turn I throw the punch.
Roger that.
Can't wait for that. What if we took a mech, like a pretty heavy mech, and we mounted all of the guns facing backwards,
They got a
right?
sensor
Just
lock on me.
lasers and, or no, sorry, no lasers, just
What's up,
missiles and autocannons. And then we had it like jump up in the air a little bit and fire everything all at once. Do you think we can make it like fly forward? Because I'm just thinking, I like punching people so much with these things. What if we made a mech that is just punching? Like incredible rocket-powered punching. I really want to take out the Jägermech. I think it's the most dangerous enemy left. But it has bulwark. This thing's pretty easy to hit, actually.
Roger. Firing.
Man, is that two 85% chance shots in a row that the PPC has whiffed? Oh, he came out. Huh. I would not have expected that position to be able to see my Jaeger mech.
Ooh, not much armor left in that location.
All right, everybody.
Well, we'll be able to do the same to him.
Waiting for orders. Coordinates received.
Well, we just go through the center, right? Yeah, it's not super... I think it's not super well armored.
Engaging target. I'm ready for orders.
Get even more behind cover from everybody else. And that ought to do that. Maybe overdid it very slightly.
Hostile removed.
A second Jaeger mech body might have been worth trying to pick up. Probably sells pretty well, right? This is a heavy mech. Oh, you got me.
Light damage, Commander.
And I hate this cicada design. At least the cicada that has the PPC on it. Like, there's something it can do, right? The one that's just two medium lasers, like, what are you supposed to use that for?
Time to knock you around a bit.
Alright, well, we've done a lot of damage to this thing and still haven't actually managed to remove any of its weaponry. And unfortunately, it is just going to immediately stand back up now. And then probably, yeah, get around behind the grasshopper and shoot the grasshopper with all of its weaponry, which it still has.
Barely hit, Commander.
Ready for orders.
Well, not much for it, I don't think. I think this is the best we can do. Not that, like, firing into the back armor is bad, but in this case, the back armor is actually a little bit
Solid connection on that.
healthier than the front armor.
Oh, it's on now.
Aye.
We are, unfortunately, on the wrong side of this guy, but something tells me it's not going to matter.
That's a kill. Orders? Heading out.
And do I even want to fire at him with 5 points of evasion? Yeah, we're still going to do some okay damage. But I might be better off just stripping 2 evasion charges now and making it more likely for everybody else to hit him. Nah, I'm just going to precision strike. We'll push through his evasion by making him unsteady. Or by just killing him outright.
Confirmed.
Yeah, this cicada design is terrible.
That's
This is absolute garbage. That was the whole mission, huh? Okay. This place is a little bit small time. We definitely should not be on worlds with this skull rating. It's just the Flashpoint, man. That was 2 million C-bills. Man, next time we go somewhere that has an actual black market, we'd be rolling in it. Oh, man. Is mine an A or an S? Mine has an autocannon. Well, they both get on. Okay. Mine's an A because it has the missile bays. So actually, this is a pretty good piece of loot. That's another, like, 1,200 points or something. I wonder how many mechs there are in each class. I don't think there's anything in the game that tells you that. But I feel like we have a lot of heavy mechs now. Because I think that's heavy. I think 65 is heavy. We have both types of Jaeger mech, all 3 types of Thunderbolt. We gotta be getting close. There can't be that many different heavy mechs. Let's, yeah, that's the heavy class. Alright, let's get the repairs on, figure out our travel time, and then figure out enough mech work to cover that travel time. So the next flashpoint is over there. No other ones have popped up. Oh, wait. The Opportunist. Assistance in the transportation and custodial exchange of a high-profile prisoner. Payment will be remitted when the asset is in our hands. Rare items, unfortunately, working against the pirates. Man, I don't want to lose my access to the black market. They don't like it when people murder the hell out of them all the time. You know, we need to swing through a black market on the way over there. So 13 days of travel. We're going to stop at that black market. So what outfitting do we need to do over the next 13 days? Turns out we have 5 days of work already. We should probably outfit this other grasshopper, right? I'm just going to go ahead and stow these 55s. We're definitely not going to use those. The ones that we have that have stuff in them can stay out. I think this one can maybe stay out too. It's kind of a weird model. Lasers and missiles, no autocannons. 3 support weapon slots suggest that they want you to punch with it, but it's not going to be super good at getting in on people. Alright, quick draw, grasshopper, yeah, grasshopper. This Jaeger mech might be worth outfitting as well, but let's start here. Now, unfortunately, we don't have a lot of plus stuff to put in this thing. I think I'm gonna make it exactly the same. The one we have now is good. I don't think we have a good, I don't think we have a good SRM 4-bay, do we? Oh no, we totally, yeah, this is fine. And then small lasers here, and small lasers in the arms? There's like some machine guns and stuff. Actually, do we have enough? We don't have enough machine guns to exactly recreate it. I do like the huge amount of machine guns, though. We'll go with an additional small laser, then. Now, see, this is the kind of torso that you could put a bunch of flamethrowers on. There's enough of them firing at once that if you would probably turn off the mech you shot at. And do we want to make this into flamethrower guy? We only have 4. There is one more available in the shop. We could do that. We don't get to fire the... Yeah, let's try that. Let's do something a little weird.
Weapon systems available.
The second grasshopper can be non-ideal. I think that's fine. Yeah, let's pull all these. We'll leave one small laser in. I guess it doesn't really matter where. You don't actually have to mount any fuel for them. They use fuel. Let's leave the center torso... let's leave the torso slots for the improved ones. Alright. So these do 15 heat each, and these do 10 each. So if we hit somebody with this, it's gonna increase their heat by 65. That's a thing. We could maybe like preferentially take our second grasshopper on missions where we're fighting in a hot climate and try to overwhelm enemies with that. Probably put the SRM ammo in one of the torso parts, because this is a mech that might actually jump on people, so we don't want to put it in the leg. And then it's just jump jets and heat sinks from here, right? Oh, I don't have any more heavy jump jets. Can we fix that? Yes, they have unlimited jump jets.
New equipment available.
I'm gonna buy, like, a bunch.
New equipment available.
Okay. That's enough to put 4 in this grasshopper and then still have 4 left over, which we might have to do in case we come up against something. I guess I can move these to here, and we can load the heat sinks into the center. So without having to put a machine gun ammo bay in here, we have a little bit of extra weight left over. I think I do want to run the SRM-4 pod, which is a shame, because this would be like a prime cockpit mod mech if we didn't have to. Don't think we want to do any of the arm mods. How heavy are they? They get pretty heavy. Yeah, I don't think we want to do any of this weird stuff. Let's just fill it out with heat sinks and call it. Put half a ton of armor on it. Okay, so more armor on the side that has the ammo bay. So that's already capped. Yeah, that seems fine. That'll cover our flight time. So this one's going to be a little bit less effective at the damage thing because it doesn't have as many like plus lasers, but it has a fun gimmick at least. Alright, let's fly ourselves over to a black market and see if we can't maybe pick something up.
Roger that, Commander.
And then, I mean, once we're down, it does make sense to just do whatever contracts are there. It is only a 2-skull world. I don't want to bore you all. I guess if there's a bunch of easy contracts, I could just do them off camera. I don't know.
Hey boss, we've just completed those upgrades.
Okay, well, this seems like the kind of time where we might want to start an expensive build, but we're just about to hit that world. Just about to hit that system with the thing. So maybe what we want to do is something real cheap. Yeah, I'll just, like, we'll start installing a repair scaffolding.
Roger that, Commander. I'll get the crew moving.
Do something really cheap. Because what if there's something really, really expensive and also great at the black market, right? Have a better idea of how we want to spend our money once we get there. We are definitely going to cap the Argo build out pretty soon, though. I probably should at some point here go and like make an actual map of all the systems we've been to. I was keeping a list for a little while, but then it became clear that systems that you have just flown past count. It might be better for me to actually draw out a little map. A lot of footage to go over, though. Okay, as you arrive at the Black Market Rendezvous, you realize too late that something isn't right. There's a burst of lights and sirens as the local authorities surround your group. A senior officer steps forward. This can be easy or hard, Commander Ballard. Turn over the access codes, secret handshakes, and whatever other tradecraft you use to gain access to the market, and you'll walk away scot-free with 100,000 C-bills in your pocket. Or you can pretend you don't know anything and pay a frankly staggering fine for wasting our time. Well, I'm not going to blow up the pirates' spot. I think they would definitely lock us out of the black market if we did that. We'll pay up. I don't love that. We did get 2 rep with the pirates for doing so.
We've arrived at our destination, Commander.
Alright, black market, show me something really cool. Wow. Okay. Well, that is an entire Atlas 7D. That's so much money. Oh man, if my pirate rep wasn't all trashed, I bet we could afford this if we still had, like, we were at plus 30 or something once, right? Not only not an increase, but actually a, what do you call it? A discount. Alright, well there's still some cool stuff here we could buy. Yeah, that is an entire Atlas 7. That's... Boy, that's something. 14 million. If there are a bunch of pirate jobs on this world, on the system, there aren't. Shoot. I was gonna say, if there are a bunch of pirate jobs, maybe we can fix our reputation a little bit. Well, this is a nice free payday. I guess we'll buy all the cool stuff at the store, but I think we're actually going to leave off here, because I do want to do this job as long as we're here. You know, we may as well pick up 764,000 C-bills. So, that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Let this be a reminder to make sure that you are working hard to keep your local pirate organization happy with you. Come back next time. We're going to start that Flashpoint, and who knows what kind of horrible things are going to happen to us. And we'll see you then.